Hello and GM, what's up, Flux Squad? A few weeks ago, there was some pretty bad news, not just for Gods Unchained, but for crypto gaming in general. The Epic Game Store, of course, one of the biggest gaming platforms along with Steam, Epic announced, or I don't know if they announced it, but they pulled a bunch of crypto games off of their platform. Specifically, Gods Unchained, and also, I guess, a game called Striker Manager 3, which I'm not familiar with. The reason that Gods Unchained and other crypto games got pulled off of Epic was because of a very simple technicality. Basically, the ratings board that gives the ratings to games like safe for kids or only for teens and up or adult only, like there's these different ratings for video games. Honestly, I'm 32. I forgot games even had ratings. The only time that was ever relevant in my life was back when I was a child and my mom would take me to Blockbuster and we'd go and rent games. But, if you're 10 and you try to rent some game that's like full of blood and whatever else, like, you're FPS, you're just mowing people down, like that might be rated mature or 17 plus or whatever rating it had. So, my mom would be like, yeah, I don't know, honey, maybe go get the Smash Bros instead. Maybe that Mario Bros game looks better. But honestly, you forget these games even have ratings. Anyway, because NFTs and blockchain are controversial, people have different opinions, they have been automatically designated the adult only rating, which to my understanding, I could do some more research. I'm pretty sure that's a very rare rating. Very few video games that are actually made by any reputable legitimate companies, like most game development studios, do not make any games that are anywhere close to the adult only rating because it's not good for sales. Like, you guys let me know if I'm wrong about this, right? But both in movies and in games, you're kind of not allowed to do that because it's like too bad for sales, right? Like, you can be R rated or like the adult rating, but you can't have like the adults only. That's more for like pornographic stuff usually, right? Like that. I don't know. So basically, the adults only rating is usually a pretty big death knell for a game. But yes, this resulted in all the crypto games getting taken off of Epic. Oh no, boohoo. So without rambling too long, let's get to the punchline. Good news. Epic Games announced that after a change in the policy, I'm trying to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see these small texts better, so bear with me. But yeah, heads up, Gods Unchained and this other game, like I said, I haven't heard of it, Striker Manager 3, have returned to the store after a change in our content policy regarding ratings for blockchain-based games. Learn more. And right away, Gods Unchained, glad to be back. Alluvium, well played, Epic Games, Immutable, love to see it. And then you got some crypto influencers. Shout out Jonah Blake. Shout out Fitch from Parallel. And, it's nice to see this, like Fitch, especially from Parallel. Good move. We're all on the same team here. For Gods Unchained to be on Epic Store is this the same kind of thing for Parallel to get on Epic Store. Kind of a good reminder. Crypto games are all in this together. And sure enough, I got a bunch of tabs here. I think this is what this one's for. Gods Unchained is flexing. We're back. We're on the Epic Game Store. But why? Why are we back on? Did they change their policy? The answer is yes, kind of. Crypto games are still being given the adult-only ratings. That's not up to Epic Games. That's up to, I believe, the ESRB is the board that determines the ratings. Who the fuck is the ESRB? Why the hell should I care about their opinion? I don't know. Maybe I need to get educated on that. Maybe they're super important. So here's what they changed right over here. Note, so products with adult-only ratings cannot be distributed on Epic, but note, the Epic Games Store makes an exception for products in cases where an AO rating was applied solely due to the usage of blockchain or NFT technology. However, these products must comply with our blockchain technology guidelines and content guidelines, including prohibitions on porn, gambling, and hateful content. It's so interesting. And by the way, if you're enjoying the video, please like and subscribe for more crypto gaming content. I'm getting caffeinated. That gave you some time. Okay. It's interesting how this works. Like, I guess the game just can't be like primarily pornographic, or you can have sex scenes, right? I mean, I'm trying to think, just like I played The Witcher 3 earlier this year, and that game is a beautiful, epic game. And one thing that game does have is like a dozen sex scenes. You can get laid with a variety of the female characters. You can fuck in Witcher 3, but it's not an adult only rating, right? So I guess it needs to be specifically pornographic or focused on that. Likewise, even though NFTs and blockchain do get lumped in with gambling, and I should probably do a whole other video talking about kind of like the overlap between crypto gaming and gambling, which is probably a lot more than people want to admit. But it's not the same thing as like playing a slot machine or even playing poker, right? Like, I'll be damned if you're going to try to tell me that limited formats count as gambling. I mean, that's a stretch. You know what I mean? Like, opening booster packs is gambling way more than doing a sealed run in Gods Unchained or a draft run in Magic the Gathering. If you're allowed to buy booster packs, no problem. Why the hell would the limited format be an issue? That one does not make any sense to me. Anyway, aside from all the rambling, the point is Epic has made this little tweak to the policy, acknowledging that while crypto games such as Gods Unchained may be given this adult-only rating because of the NFT aspect, it is not something that should result in them not being on the platform. It shouldn't stop games from getting onto Epic just because you have NFTs. That shouldn't be a problem. And that really goes to show that Epic does have a positive vision of crypto gaming. People up the chain of command there, whoever's running Epic, they are at least willing to give crypto games a chance and to support them on the platform. If they wanted to get rid of crypto gaming, this would be the perfect excuse. If Epic wanted to be like, you know what, we're not into this, this sucks, the adults only rating from the ESRB would have been a great excuse to say, oops, sorry, we don't allow adults only games, sorry, you got to take your bullshit gambling with crypto somewhere else. But no, they took a more reasonable stance and said, okay, just because it has crypto doesn't mean it's inappropriate for everybody and that it's not porn, it's not like hardcore gambling. It's really just games that happen to have some NFTs in them, and in that case, we completely support it, and they're specifically adjusting their policies to allow it to happen. So I think it's very bullish, very good for crypto gaming. We've got Epic on our side within reason. Steam is still not cracking, but Epic is very much... If anything, this is an opportunity for Epic to gain market share against Steam, and that seems to maybe be what's going on. Epic sees the opportunity. Okay, Steam is really hard to beat. They're so entrenched, but Steam's not down with crypto. Maybe Epic can be a little more open to the future there. Very interesting. Anyway, big dub for Epic Games. Thank you for giving crypto gaming a chance. I know we have a long way to go. Crypto gaming's got a lot of silly stuff, but thank you for continuing to work with the whole space, and big dub for Gods Unchained. We're on Epic again. Let's go. I didn't even have the chart, but just at the end of the video, let me say Gods Unchained is getting more players again. I'll do a different video talking about it, but we're finally seeing the player count go up. So very cool. And I'm talking across a couple of months, not just for a day. It's been cool to see some sustained growth for Gods. So good signs, lots of little things starting to go in the right direction. Feels like a good time for Gods Unchained. All right, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Flux signing out.